now leave you in the care of our excellent in-flight team.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Hawaiian Airlines Flight 82.
Maybe there's a piece.
Are we ready to come on in? The theme song.
Believe it or not, almost everybody who works in there has a bear at home. He's a very well-behaved bear. He doesn't bite.
Four of you. We're right this way. We're right this way, folks. Come on in.
We're going back to before there was a brick, before there was a town of Seattle. We are going all the way back to when there was only a guy named Seattle, and this is him. I recommend the tables because you feel like you're traveling back in time.
So what about Ann Rule?
And then you remember the utility pole above it. That'll also mark our location down here. And for the truly curious, remember that brick pillar. There was a kitchen fire down in the basement there, and some girls were burned alive. They still leave dolls in there to look for that silver dot, and that's where you are. That's just a tree. I think that marks a park. All right, everyone, down the stairs to your left at the bottom of the stairs. Styled in these tunnels.
Wait.
Once again, this is the final boarding call for Celebrate Speedway 3298. Overhead bin space is available for
Green tea.
physically validate them with the running game. Of course, you're going to get, once you win in a back range act, that's what we look for a player like him. Veteran, leadership, down the
여기 있어. 이거 너무 아무도 건강하시. 알았어. 와. 어차피 지금은
In a quarter mile, use the right two lanes to take the I-495 East exit toward
이거 너무 더워.
I was gonna show about like 7. I think it's a couple hours. Unless I'm like near my house. Yeah.
Thank you.
어떤 맛이 좋아해?
둘 중에. 일단 할까?
그거 뭐지? 해줘.
뒤질 것 같아요.
왜?
애들한테 읽어주면 진짜 킹받아겠지?
이게 더 좋을까? 아니.